Grief. Grief is a subject where not everyone likes to talk about. It is very sensitive, and I think that it's good to share your feelings, share your emotions if you're going through grief. Grief is time healing. You need to share what you're going through. Don't bottle it all up. I'm speaking from experience as I've been dealing with grief in my early 20s, and as I say, get the support out there and share your feelings. Talk about how you're feeling. Don't bottle it up. And time is the healing for dealing with grief. Now, if you're going through grief, it's good to have your space, but then it's also good to be around supporting family, supporting friends. There are loads of help out there, and even if you don't want to talk to anyone that you know, there are therapists, there are people out there, or people that understands what you're going through, so you can all share your story, share what you're going through, share what your loved ones went through. Because remember, grief is a time where it's sharing your emotions, sharing what you're going through. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to wake up in a dark space. Yes, it is sad. And yes, you will miss that person or that people that's gone, that's passed away. But just remember your happy times with them, your happy times with maybe the one that you love, if you lost someone very close to you. It's not a nice feeling, and bottling up your emotions, bottling up all your feelings, it doesn't help at all. Now, when I lost my dad, and I lost my dad when I was really young, I had my family around me. I had people that supported each other, and we shared what we was going through. If I didn't have the supportive family and friends around me, I don't think that I will be the person that I am today. I don't think I dealt with it if I was all alone, if I wasn't able to share what I was going through, as it was a very hard time for me and my mum, my brothers, my family around us. As you know, losing your loved one, especially a parent who I was very close to. I was a daddy's girl. I was so close to my dad. And then when he passed away, it was just something that just wasn't how I obviously expected. It was very sad, very emotional. I really hit like rock bottom. It was so low, but I just remembered the happy times that I had with him, the happy times that we had as a family. And just going through all that, sharing your emotions with your family, talking about the good times that you have, it's very helpful. It just makes you deal with grief a lot more differently. Now, I know if you are going through grief and you are experiencing those mixed emotions and you don't know what to do, don't bottle it up. Don't say to yourself, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. There's loads of help out there. There's people that have gone through grief themselves and want to share how they're feeling or how they're dealing with it, and then you could share what you're going through, and it really does help. It really does help that if you do speak to someone who understands what you're going through, you could share your stories about that person that's gone, or you could share your happy moments with them. So it's good to have that. There are places, old people that hold coffee shop have meetings too, where people meet up for coffee and share your stories. There's therapy groups. There are loads of help out there. Just don't do this alone. Don't go through grief by yourself, because that's one of the worst things that could happen. You're bottling up your feelings, and then you're gonna go into this dark space and you just don't know what to do. So as long as you have help, have support, you can get over it. And what I say is true. Time is a healer. Give it time. You are not going to go through this overnight. Your feelings is not going to go away. Even to this day, it's been more than 10 years. I still think of my dad. I think of all the good times that we have. And yes, there are sad times when we went through, when he was passed away and all those emotions. And I wish that he was still here. But as I say, time is a healer, and just give it time. Take one day at a time as well, one step at a time. You will be able to not get over it, but just get on with your life, get on with things, and just remember the happy moments that you have with that person, because they're probably up and above, having the time of their life, and just watching down on you, watching what you're going through, and you just pray to them. They are up there. They can see you, they can listen to you. And I do believe that my dad is watching over me and my family, and he's probably having the time up there. But as I say, don't bottle up your feelings, share your emotions, talk to people that want to share their stories, but just take it a day at a time. You don't need to go through this alone. Just wake up, take a deep breath, meditate, go for those walks, clear your head. But just remember, there are help out there. There's loads of help. There is support groups. There are meetings that you could all meet up. I mean, even if you don't want to meet up with people, there are telephone not companies, but telephone people that you could talk to, that you could do online chat. You could have conversations with on the phone. If you don't want to meet up, if you just want to talk to someone, there are loads of different kind of help out there. People that love to share their stories, love to share how they're feeling. Dealing with grief together with other people does really help. It's good to talk, just to express yourself, and don't bottle it up. When you bottle it up, it just becomes even worse, because then when it just gets too much, you just don't know what to do. So I do believe in just expressing yourself, or writing it down. Even if you don't want to talk about it, have a journal, have a diary, write down your emotions, let your feelings out. Do not bottle it up, because then it doesn't help the healing process. It doesn't help you get over that grief. It doesn't help you get over that person. If you're going to write it all down, which I do recommend as well, is to just share your memories. Write down the happy moments you had with that person. Write down any quotes that you want to do that help you with the healing process. As long as you just express it, as long as you just let it all out, do not bottle it up, it does help with the healing process. And as I say, your feelings are your feelings. Don't bottle it up. Express it, share. If you want any advice or talk to me, feel free. Please subscribe or DM. I'm happy to be here, because as I say, I've been through it. I know how it feels, and we can share our stories, but just do not bottle it up. Do not deal with grief on your own. There are people out there that can help you. If you have family and friends, just share your feelings. That's my important memo for today, is to share your feelings, express them, let it all out. No one is going to judge you. Everyone knows that you're going through grief. Just don't bottle it up. Don't be by yourself either. Find people that you can be around with. Have your happy times, and just remember, that person is looking over you. They're looking out for you. They want the best for you. So you don't want to be mopping around. You don't want to be crying all day, because that's not what they want from you. They want you to be happy. They want you to get on with life. And yes, you will miss that person or them people that you've lost. But just remember, life goes on. You have to be happy. You have to live your life, and just take it a day at a time.